Hello everyone, Chairman here, and today I'm showing you how to install a graphical front end for Nmap, which is called Zenmap. Basically, Nmap is, as I showed in one of my previous videos, a network security tool capable of port scanning, OS fingerprinting, reconnaissance, firewall testing, and such. That was the command line version. Now I'll show you how to install a GUI version to make it less of a hassle to run automated commands against a certain host. So it is available at nmap.org/zenmap. Okay, and this is basically how it looks. Okay, I'm going to show you how to install it on Ubuntu. Okay, so as always, we'll go to our terminal and sudo apt-get install Zenmap. Okay. Okay, now once you've installed it, if you go ahead to your dash and just type in Zenmap, you have two options: Zenmap as root, and regular Zenmap. Zenmap as root will have all functionality, whereas Zenmap will have some functionality. Things like OS fingerprinting and scanning and stuff like that require root. So I typically like to go to root. So this is the Zenmap front end. Okay, so you have the regular profiles here, the intense scan, intense plus UDP to scan all TCP ports, ping, quick test, a regular scan, etc. Over here you have two tabs, one for hosts and one for services. Okay, and that is basically going to show what services are running on this host. We'll have ports and hosts, the topology of the network, host details, and what scans were done. So I'm just going to do a simple scan against one of my nodes here. Okay, and we're just going to do a regular scan. Just click scan, and as you can see, Nmap will already have the command here at the bottom for you. So judging by what scans you want to do, so for instance, this is because this host will not respond to ping tests. It says that the host is down. But for instance, if I do it against one of my lab routers, okay, and then hit scan, then we can see it's going to take a bit more time because that router will respond to scans. Okay. So we'll give Nmap a couple minutes to do its scans. In the meantime, you can also run a side-by-side scan. So if you want to maybe run simultaneous scans, you can, which is really cool because in the command line you always have to put the ampersand. So I'm going to do, for instance, 192.168, or better yet, just do I'll do against another one of my lab routers. And this time we'll do a quick scan. So as you can see, the command changes based on what profile I select. Okay, and then you can also add in your scan here, so then the profile becomes blank. Okay. So we'll do quick scan, and click scan here. And again, as another kind of show, we can run multiple scans. Okay, so the first quick scan is done here. So which is obviously, because it's a quick scan, it didn't pull up much info. But let's see what it did pull. So it found that SSH is open. It found that this is a Cisco device, okay, and it found that one IP is responding. You will hit services. You'll see that its SSH is open, and the topology, it shows that from my machine directly to this is directly connected. Okay, so again, not a whole lot of info. Let me see if the IP that I want to test right now is up. And now, even for this one, you see that Telnet is up. And then if you click on topology, you'll see that because this router is directly connected also to my next router, there's not much of a topology. Let's see if we do something such as an actual computer. Okay, so this will be a regular computer. So now we'll see multiple multiple ports open. Okay, and if you do the host details, okay, this is another good part about having the GUI, is that if you click on host details for a comprehensive scan, you'll actually see more info. For instance, the host, what OS they may be running, what OS it thinks it's running, the uptime possibly, and then now you'll see that my topology has gone a bit bigger. So from my machine here, I go to 2.1 and then goes to my next network of 1.28, which is the machine I scanned. So it's kind of tells you what hops are in between. Okay, you have some options here of how the network is laid out and how to display that info. Okay, and then of course the ports, and if they displayed what they were, you'd actually see would be OpenSSH, the version, for instance, if it was OpenSSH, or if it was some other web services, for instance, if it's Apache, right? But and within my network, all the labeling has been removed, so unfortunately Nmap will not show that by a quick scan. If you do a comprehensive scan, however, you will see that info. So let's try a comprehensive scan. Okay, if you do a comprehensive scan, you will see the error output. Sometimes you won't see that in a on the command line version without having all of this. So instead of having to type this huge command, all I had to do was just select the profile, which is pretty cool. Okay, so let's just give it some more time and see what we can get this time. And we'll have another example here. Okay, and this will show the intent scan. Okay, and of course, as the profiles suggest, the comprehensive scan is slow. We are scanning all of the ports and what's behind them. Also, for the intent scan is also a bit slow. Okay, and now with intent scan as well as the comprehensive scan, as you can see, we're now trying OS detection. Okay. And another thing I do like about the GUI is that as it's scanning, we're having populated fields, so I can see my results as the scan's going. I don't have to wait for everything. So right now, as I said, for this host name, for instance, 2.51 OpenSSH, and running a Debian OS. If I hit host details, I'm going to see that it's 100% Linux, what OSs it could be running. Okay, you'll see things such as the uptime, which in this case is wrong because I just turned this machine on as I'm filming this video, so there's no way it's been up that long. Okay, and then you can see that what scans has been done against this this machine and the topology. So from here we went from my local host to 1.28 to 1.3 and then to the endpoint. So all in all, this is a very good tool that I love. I love Nmap. Nmap is amazing, but this just takes it to a whole new level. Becomes more easier for beginners and even IT pros, because it's not so much about how you get the data in terms of it's a GUI or if it's command line. It's always great in how it's displayed, and Zenmap does display it a lot better than a terminal window would. If you have any questions or comments about this subject or my video, please do leave them in the comment section below. Please visit my website, www.seanmancini.com. Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a great day.